it's over there. Over there, over there. Send the word to beware. We're finishing the gold ship. We're finishing the Terminator. And I won't stop streaming till this goddamn thing is done. So that's, oh shit. I literally can't stop until this thing's done. So I guess I'm gonna get right into it. People who show up, welcome. They'll arrive. There will be people way in the future looking back on this stream, and they will see me yelling and rambling hello to you in the future. Future words, that's where you are. You're a time traveler. You're going back in time. Because I'm talking to you right now, but right now is now for me, but it's not now for you. How's the stream health? Why does that say it says it's excellent? OBS lied to me again. They will never get away with it. Not now, not then, not ever again. That's a Jim Carrey's The Grinch reference. Okay. I did some experimenting. And we're gonna put Gold Ship on a turf base. I think that'd be cool. I had to do this a little earlier. I couldn't do it here because I needed this glue to dry. I don't know if I will repaint this. That might be a perfect undulation of colors. I don't know. That might look good on... That might look good there. But I also might paint it... I might, like, paint it white and then put a bright green contrast over it to really make it cartoony. But that might look good. So, to that end, let's see. We have to work on the face, the head. This is going to be the most intimidating part of the entire operation. And I honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. So the best thing to do is to just get right into it. And, you know, see what happens, if you would. First off, I base coated the entire tail white because I had some underside that was black. So let me redo that first. We just thinned down some periwinkle purple to do that. There's a speed paint. We're gonna thin that down right quick and see what we can't get accomplished on that front. If I can find a brush. There's a brush. Now, this is this is gonna be fun. I also might have to like color in the lens here. That might be that. Oh, that's not a probably. That's a definitely have to. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, we kind of need to do that. We need to go about that whole bit of business. Now I got a thin down looking paint here. Let me do a little test. That's good. And then I will just gently apply that over the entire area. We just want to tint it. I don't want any of that pooling there unless it's like in recesses or shadows. I just want to tint the surface here. That's all we're after. Nothing more, nothing less. Because it's a very subtle color change. There we go. And now, that is good. Fairly straightforward. Pretty simple. Nothing too nuts about it, right? It's very doable. Very doable. Also, I think everyone is watching a soccer game right now, which kind of makes sense, not gonna lie. But we're gonna keep this niche. we're gonna sneak in here. There's a little build up there, so let me skedaddle that the heck out of the way. There we go. I can probably lower the ISO a hair so we're not completely blown out of proportion. There we go. Now we can better see what the heck is actually going on. Because I do also have a matte, because I was painting some other guys that are done. Let me actually move the entire mat. That was almost successful. Hold on. We can move a little more. There we go. Now we got a background that'll really just show off our work in progress right here. Now I can turn that up just a bit, just a tiny little bit. There we go. Absolutely perfection, if I do say so myself. The category, oh no, I should not have the category as sports. Hold on, that's not good. It will be I don't know, entertainment, and we'll just leave it at that, and we'll see what happens there. Let's see, is that going good? That's going good. That's all up and ready was AI used to generate? No. Duh. Great. Okay, then. I'm just going to get started on... I'm going to do the face afterwards. I'm going to start on... Hold on, let me pull up the reference image. Zoom way in. We are starting on her hat and her earmuffs. We're doing this whole array right there. That's what we're going to be working on here. It's going to be very interesting, very, tedious, but we're going to give it a shot. Also, to note, let's see. Her earmuffs are a lighter shade of brown. Everything else is like a similar brown that we have been using, kind of that burnt umber. This is actually more of a chocolate brown color, which I do have, and I just recently used that, so I know that works. So I'll do chocolate brown there. Probably a darker brown here. I don't know if that's a shadow or not. And then here, maybe highlight, or actually, might be able to get away with using some tan earth or some pale brown. With that out of the way, let's just coat everything in a dark brown. And what would be a good dark brown to use? Hold on, let me find something that I think would be best suited. This color actually matches the screen perfectly. Dark rust. That matches this part here, and I think that'll be a good base coat for everything else as well. So we're gonna plug on with that and see what we can't get done on that entire front. Also, I got to rehydrate the wet palette, so let me do that. Probably not a bad idea. I've also started putting copper in it, so, that's good. I suppose it helps with, like, mold and bacteria, I guess, because sometimes you open it up and it smells like spoiled milk. But I put the copper in, and it doesn't do that, and there's some science behind that I'm unaware of. And that's fine by me. If it works, great. I'll run with that. Now we got to get the very fine brush out again. Very fine. Let me grab that. Okay. This will be fun. Let me moisten it down a bit, get a little water on it, and then we want to thin this down just a little bit, but not too much, because I want to get it all on in one coat. I don't want to do multiple coats on a fine detail like this. I just want to get it done so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully I can get a good camera angle of the whole process. I'm going to do my best either way. And then, let's see, where's the headband? There's the actual headband. And I'm gently tracing, don't hit the shoulder. Gently tracing the band. Now, hold on, is that showing up on camera? I mean, a little bit. It's good. It's a little difficult. A little difficult to get it in frame. Might have to do a little sacrificing just for the quality of the actual paint job, which I think will be worth it in the end. This is going fairly swimmingly as of right now. I haven't done anything, nothing's gone over, so that's good. That is very, very nice. Now I'm just going to try to fill in the rest of the earmuff here. Now I guess as far as the consent, because I was wondering why she had earmuffs, but it kind of, upon learning about it, it makes sense. Their ears are up here. And the way they did her hairstyle, her hair mostly goes back, so it would go around like human ears. They just put what looked like horse blinders on, and they just called it a day. The thing is, it works though, so I can't even be like, dang, that's poor character design, because it looks decent. It all turns out very well. And there's one earmuff done. Now, hold on. Is that chin strap going lower? Let me see. Okay, it goes all the way under. It's like a safety helmet. Okay, fair enough. Reaching that is going to be a journey. Okay, I can kind of make it out. I'm just going to get what I can see. Oh gosh, I keep hitting not the shoulder pad. Gosh dang it. Hold on, let me clean that off. We don't really want to repaint white, especially on a smooth area like that. What's up, Earthworm Jim? Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna try. I'm finishing Gold Ship this stream no matter what. If I go over, then that's just gonna be a tragedy for me later. But that doesn't matter. What matters is getting this thing done. The Discord when you're starting to stream. Oh, fair enough. I feel bad about bothering people. But I guess it's probably not a bad idea, isn't it? I'll learn how to add. Or actually, I just need to copy link the stream, don't I? Fair enough. All in due time, right? Alright. Now we started to get her chin strap done. Now it's time for the other side here. Now how... Okay, so the strap goes like behind her... Oh, I see it. It goes slightly behind her bow. Which is difficult to see, but if I paint it out, hopefully it's like more apparent. There it is. Okay, there's that. And this is just a base coat that I want to get everywhere. Highlighting will be done soon after. Get a little more paint there. Okay. Let me see. Okay, now we got to get the other part of the chin strap, so I'm going to just flip her over and see what happens there. Okay. This is going, surprisingly, fine. This isn't painting like eyes yet, but we're getting a base coat on some small details nonetheless. We're warming up for the eyes, which will be a whole nother shebang for sure. And that goes behind, and now, let's see. Let me go back, check her hat is... Okay, it's just brown, so we'll just do a similar situation there. We'll just base coat it all the same brown. Then that way we at least have the colors plotted out, if you would, right? Okay, now the hat is actually like molded into the armor itself, which is interesting, but not bad. We can work with it. It's just an interesting detail. Well, I guess I don't have to actually include a link. Let me get this base coated, and then I'll send out a ping. Real quick. Because yeah, I should probably just do that. That's probably a good idea. Oh gosh. Alright. Get the back. Okay, there we go. Okay. This brush is dang notification. I know, I didn't add everybody. And also I think, yeah, the stream went weird as far as notifications go, interestingly enough. But yeah, I'll start adding from now on. I'll start pinging the Discord so everyone can get up to date, you know. I'm hearing pinging. Oh. Okay, let's see. So it's painting your commissar. Ooh, very cool. How's the commissar coming along? Is it coming along good? I need to... Over 7,000 points of Astra Militarum, and I don't have a single commissar. I need to fix that at some point. Now, hold on. Okay, that's, like, fine. Okay, there's a slight bit more to the actual headband in the rear. And then there's where it actually connects. Oh, gosh. Going well, very nice. That's what we like to hear. Hold on, I got a little brown over there. A little clumsy, so let me clean that off. There we go. Okay, now to actually get this in. Good ship commissar. That might be the way to get. That might be the future. Might not be a bad idea, eh? Alright. There's the rest of that headband done. Nice. Good. You just spam different green values until it looks good. This is the way. This is just how it happens. Now that's base coated. That's good. There's like trim on. Oh, I see that. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but there are, although I guess I could just show you on the monitor. Those little stripes are ever so barely highlighted on the actual hat, on the actual sculpt. So I'm going to try my best to trace that out. Although this hat is going to be brighter. I just did this dark color because her actual like straps here that go like around her head, under her chin are a darker brown. Everything else is slightly lighter. But I thought I'd just base coat everything in that darker brown. That way we can work up from there. With that being said, I'm going to start. I'll start on the. I'm like thinking either gold or maybe just a bright color. Just a. It's almost like a very pale brown, because that looks like actual gold, like on her actual emblem or her crest or whatever that is. And then that just looks like it's a brighter leather color, is what I'm thinking, is what I'm inclined to believe. And I think, let's see, what would be a good approximation for that color? I think some buff. Just looking at the dried paint on there, I think that would be good. There, hold on, let me. Oh, that looks. It's all overexposed on my monitor, but when I look at the stream monitor, it's a little darker. I'll try buff. We can always do a different color to the whole thing. But for now, I will just go with buff. I'll try it out and see what we can't get with it. We'll also just get to practice, doing these fine lines, because oh my gosh, these are going to be very tedious. Okay, I'm thinking that's good. Let's see. And I got to do all this and like try to keep it in frame and keep it looking good. And the crowd goes, and I go silent. Hold on, grab a little more. Don't dry out on me, pal. And then just like the finest of lines. It's so fine. I'm hitting her ear. Oh no, that's bad. I'll just have to try to fix that. I'm trying to like not hit a billion other things, but it's failing. Okay, hold on. The brush control is not there. I will be the first to admit that. I'm not used to painting for good. How long do wet palettes extend paint life? Indefinitely, I would say. It's the finest brush I have. That's the only thing. Although, wait, actually, hold on. Didn't I years ago buy the finest brushes possible? Where did those go? Hold on. That's not a bad thought, actually. Wait. Are they in here? No, they're not in here. Like that brush goes to the finest point. And then I didn't buy like a high quality brush that's any smaller. The other ones are all frayed. If I could find a finer one, I might, or not even a finer one, but a smaller one is what I need. They're like $10. Ouch. Yeah, fair enough. I might have to. Okay, it's not in there. But I thought I bought a actual finer. Hold on. I know I did. Now that I'm actually remembering it, that was from a Hobby Lobby binge buy years ago. But it's not here. Wait. That's like 7 rounds for Lee Enfield. Exactly. Hold on. This is smaller. I don't know if it's finer, though. Let's see. So, I mean, that's smaller, so it won't bump around and nail the heck out of other details. I just don't know if it's going to come to the same point that this Winsor & Newton one is coming to. I'll give it a whirl. I'll see what happens with it. But yeah, this thing is yeah, I mean it's small. Let's see what happens. Let's see what I can't do with it. Let's see if I can get in frame. Okay. Hold on. I'm vibing with it. This isn't bad at all. I forgot I had this thing. I think it's actually going okay though. That's the way to do it. I just gotta go carefully and slowly, like it's surgery. This is why I am not a doctor. Okay, Earthworm Jim kind of came in clutch. Thank you. Okay, that's already doing a lot better there. Now I'll try to... And the paint isn't drying as fast. Usually it does. This is good. Now the edges are also trimmed, so I will trim out that as well. With a little bit happening there. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Now, to just finish off the top of this hat. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. You always come in clutch, for real. For real. Alright, now that's a little messy on the top, but it's very easy to just come back on the top and then fix all that up. Now I need to fix a couple double lines that I have on top here. So let me just try to clean that off. Okay, it takes a little extra to clean it, but not bad, not bad. Okay. Able to fix it slightly. Let me just get the excess paint off and I'll come to fix it. Candy, give me... What? Sorry, Mossy, I don't follow your train of thought, sir. Explain it to me like I am too. Oh, give Jim a custom title. Please don't. Okay, we won't. Maybe in the future, Mossy, when we're able to scheme without him hearing. What's up? Welcome, Boxberry. I'm gonna be trying. I'm gonna be finishing. I'm not even trying. I'm finishing this damn thing this stream, whether we go overtime or not, whether I face some serious repercussions in the real world when I disappear or not, this thing is getting done. I'm finishing it. It's just happening. The trim, hold on. Is this trim really sculpted like that? No. Wait. We just did a random... Okay, gotta get that even finer. Even finer, golly, okay. But that's easy to do. Because now we can afford to, like, just be big and bold with the brush strokes. Bigger and bolder. This is still under the size of a quarter-pound of the heaviest substance in the world if it was... I'm present. I'm here mentally. 3-hour stream, let's go. If that's what it has to be, then that's what it's gonna be. I don't care. I'm finishing Gold Ship. That's happening. Okay, there is that. That's all. I can buff up the trim a little bit on the left side here. Get that looking all fine and dandy. Come on. There we go. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, and that would just be me painting. I know, right? We do. I don't have a, let's see, this is like a 45. I don't know camera lenses. I just bought this thing off Amazon after asking some chat GPT site what the best camera was. No, I used Google, but I basically just read one form and called it good. Yeah, I need to get a macro lens for some of this stuff for real. Okay, next up, her actual earmuffs. Unless I paint the gold crest. Yeah, I mean, I'm not dissatisfied with it. If I can get the face done in a reasonable time, then I got to gloss varnish it, and I'm going to apply a pin wash so we can just get some nice defined areas. Oh, also, before the stream, I made a base. Because I know we talked about putting her on turf like the game. I did this off stream because it took a long time. Is it base to properly ventilate your painting setup? Depends. I didn't for like years. I'm just lucky that when I built my new one, it happened to be vented. But I didn't do that consciously. That's just me. I can recreate the other base so I can actually show you the process. I just needed to do one so it's all dry and ready to use. Worst case scenario. Okay, time for her earmuffs. Let's look at her earmuffs. Those are the earmuffs, and the earmuffs are this. See, right where I'm pointing, that's where they are. And they are bright. And there's texture on this, right? Golly, there is. Fair enough. Very based Sherlock. Thank you. We're doing it. I just used some flocking back when I was a scale modeler. Or a scenic modeler. I think it's just scale modeling. But, it's cool. And it would kind of fit the vibe. I don't think we're going to do a gory grimdark. I think it might be fun just to have a fun random piece to just show. I think they're at least average. Fair. Fair is fair. Now, what color... Now, you can't really see the actual situation. Actually, you can kind of see it if I move my camera. There's all my paints. All I'm doing... And the monitor's... Hold on. Wait. Remember, there's a webcam cam. You can see the monitor. Okay, so there's the actual monitor. All I'm doing is I have the image pulled up right there in front, and I'm just grabbing paints, and I am now just, like, holding the paint up to it to see what looks the most like that. Is it tan earth? Hold on. No, we need something slightly paler than tan earth. Hold on. Japan is shoot. Okay. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Would it be to be pristine amongst the dirty plebs? Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Probably. I haven't made it. She doesn't get a lot of screen time in the show. But generally, she's pretty clean, I think, from what I've seen. Okay, I'm going to go with, I'm just going to take tan earth, mix it with deck tan. With the shelves and stuff. Oh. No, that's the wrong, where am I? Oh, that's this camera, son of a gun. Actually, while I'm here, this is all from Hobby Zone. Hobby Zone, there's their logo. But it's good. Good stuff. You have to assemble all of it, but that was the greatest thing ever. Also, I think because I know you were looking deep into the Instagram history, which, pains me every time, but go up. What's the damage, the price value? Oh, I spent a lot of money. I'm trying to think how much each module cost. Let's actually... Nope, that's the wrong tab, you silly goober. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Wait, stand by. Sign out. Okay, hold on. Bonk. Go to the monitor. Let's see exactly what the damage is. This is from Poland. Worse than the vaults under Terra. Yeah. Hobby Zone. I think it's Poland. Yes, it's in Poland. I got it shipped from Poland. Here it is. Let's see if we go to the modular systems. It's the modular Workshop system. Let's see. Oh, this is in PLN, which stands for Polish Latin Native. Actually, you're pounds, right? Or are you pounds, or are you Great Britain pound? Euro? You're European, right? I don't know. 22 euros. Okay, so like on average, like around 20 euros. So for that, I guess while I'm here, I can do specific standard time or GB chat GBP. Okay, then it's pounds here. So on average, 20 pounds. With more material stuff costing more, stuff like that. And so you just times that by whatever the heck I got here. I spent quite a bit. And I had no idea if the company was a scam or not. Thank God it wasn't. These guys are actually awesome as heck. And I got some cool stickers. I don't know where I put those stickers, but I would like to put them on the hobby desk one day. Anywho, time to mix some colors. Also, yeah, I play video games. That's sad. That's awesome. Okay, let's mix some colors together. Let's do something special, as what's his face said that one time in that one game. Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl like 5 years ago. I'm gonna take a little, whatever this tan earth. It's tan earth. Cool. And then we're gonna take a little. Hold on. Use your cutting mat as a palette. Hold on, dude. Hold on. It's literally just off frame. No. Because look right here, dude. Nah. That's a good palette and cutting mat, if I do say so myself. You're good as gold, good sir. Oh, no. Sorry, I painted some infantry yesterday and today, and now I'm knocking them everywhere. Okay. Let's mix. Mixels mix. I'm not going to mix this with deck tan. I'm going to mix it with pure white. For sure. Hold on. Where's my reference? Look at the reference. Now look at the paint. Look at the reference. Let me move that right to where it just transitions. Now look at the paint. Reference. Paint. Web. Hi. Nope. Reference. Paint. Reference. That just gets highlighted with stark white. Also, okay, well, yeah. Just a hair of white. That's all I'm doing. A heroine of white. Okay. Let me plop that down there, nice and, you know, you're watching the Germany game. Keep me posted. Because I, you know, I care. Gonna take this dot of white, just a dot, remove excess, and now blend this together. Let's see what we get. There we go. Now we're getting, that's the color we are after. That's what we're looking for, right there. Now I'm just going to take a big scoop, mix the entire thing up. There we go. That's looking good. I'm so glad I did this. Instead, I care. Yeah. C. Nisty would be proud of you, Mossy. I think that's what C. Nisty's doing right now. He's actually watching the game. Now. Yeah, can't you see? That's why you can tell I care, because I'm wearing a German shirt. I'm rooting for Germany. That's the whole thing here. How much are wet palettes? Free if you get standby. Also, yes, I am not in my black sweatpants. I did literally change the entire wardrobe. I'm in actually gray pants. What you do is you get one of these lids. You take some baking paper. First, you take a whole bunch of paper towels. You just put them down there, wet it with water, put some baking paper on there, and there's your wet palette. If you want it for free, so it can be free, just with stuff on hand. I forget how much this was, but now I would probably make my own rather than go out and buy one. But it doesn't hurt, because then you have a dedicated thing. These come with sponges. You don't have to do nothing crazy, but, you know, to each their own. Fair enough, fair enough. Now, back to... It's been only 10 minutes. I swear to God, there's no way we're 35 minutes into this. That's outrageous. But since I'm not poor, I just that one. Isn't baking paper hydrophobic? Good question. I'm not sure. I'm not a baker. But that's what I heard on a YouTube video, I think, years ago. So, you know, everywhere you go, there you are. Little copper bits in the bottom to prevent molding. See, I got some copper wire in mine. I think it's working. I don't know. I just, you know, that's what you get when you're an electrician. You get free copper. I meant parchment paper. That is exactly what I meant. I literally thought they were the same thing. That's funny. Now let's get some fine brush work in on this one, okay? We're just gonna kind of coat the whole thing. Here goes, here goes something. I will leave the edges very thinly brown, though, to almost look like we have depth, to make it look like we're better than we actually are. That's good. This is doing okay. This is actually not bad. I'm not dissatisfied with any of this. Okay, couple layers of that and we should be good. Oh yeah, that's a good point. You could probably 3D... Then you could, like, find one to your specific dimensions or whatnot. That's not a bad idea at all. Okay, now I gotta get the other side of this thing. This will be fun. At a weird angle. Also, this fine brush is making a world of difference. So, W Earthworm Jim, who will be getting the tag The Wise very soon. How to print modern paper. You know, you need a 0.2 millimeter nozzle to start, and then the rest is fairly straightforward, I want to say. Hold on, I'm tidying up a little overbrush here. Am I doing it on frame? Barely. Come on, for the love. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna be working up a couple layers here. It's gonna take a couple layers. It'll be fine though. It'll be a-okay. Okay, it looks like it'll only be 2 layers. This is fine. We're recovering. This is a good straightway recovery. That's a reference to the actual game, but, you know, to each their own. Should I actually... I need to play that game at some point on stream so everyone understands where I'm coming from, don't I? I might do that. When? That might not be a bad idea. I also just love yelling at the computer, and if I can do it live, then I'm not an insane person. When I'm yelling at a fictional thing running. Okay, that looks decent enough. No, it doesn't. Hold on. Let me round out one of the earmuffs just a hair more. Nice. Okay. He's not very happy right now. What's the state of the German game? Hold on. YouTube also told me if I mention that, they'll give me billions of dollars. Not really. Hold on. Let's look it up. Together we go. Germany soccer. Uh-oh. That just happened. For the love of Ecuador. There we go, we're back. Yeah, that's a scenario. We gotta hope. So what team MP military police. I've seen Band of Brothers. I know how that works. W win. Death. There's been deaths in the okay. Losses. Germany hasn't lost at all. GD. So I think that's like pounds. So they're like 7 pounds up, right? Oh, they're in debt. And then points, obviously. Okay. You know, Germany's got it. They barely got it. They're squeaking ahead. They need to. They can do it. Nobody panic. They got this. We were doing something else though. Oh right. I remember. We're painting Gold Ship. And its peak. Now I'm gonna layer up a little more of the earmuffs here. Throw light on his resume. What? You didn't. I'm trying to give some good commentary, some good soccer commentary here. Is that all? Can a man not do such a thing, huh? Okay, I'm gonna call these good. Now I'm gonna paint the bow. The bow will be fun. That'll be interesting. Did that just change? That just live update, I guess. I don't know what is going on. Now it's 6-6. Huh? What? So what changed? Now they got two W's, wins, I believe. Wait, Germany had a death. Why is there no more death? I swear to God, Germany had a death. The game is been played. Really? Oh. Oh, I thought that said Cupertino, and I'm like, Los Angeles? That's not a country. Anywho. I need to do the face. This is going to be so nuts. I might come back to the earmuffs once they're dry. We're going to start on the face. Let's take a look at the face. It's very, very, very facey. I literally just got to pull out a skin color and thinly layer it until we get something that looks like skin. This is going to be interesting. Won't be too difficult, though, because we already have a white airbrushed base coat, so it should be decent, to say the least. I'm going to grab something that appropriately matches. Let's see. I got all my skin tones out. These thin, watery, freaking things. Okay, I got basic skin tone and I got light flesh. D is for defeat. Really? Are you sure? Then how come they were at 1 and now they're at 0? That only happened... You can't be undefeated, but you can be resurrected. This was proven 2,000 years ago by, what's-his-face? God. But, you know... Okay, if it's defeat, I'll take your word for it. Because, you know, I never said I was an expert. Unless I did. But, you know, everywhere you go, there you are. That's just, you know, that's just my opinion on the matter. I don't know. I don't know. I'm now going to just put 2 of these skin tones on here and see which one. That comes out so watery. It's so disheartening. I don't know. I just don't like it. I just get as much of it off. There, now it's... That might be the color we use. That's your guess? We're real. Albert and Einstein over here. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us go, bro. That's nuts. Okay. Also, I'm just committing this to memory now, because I'm not nuts. That was 1. I'm in a dry palette. Does it ever go to thin? Good question. What did I say GD was? Oh, yeah, that was their money. Ignore the first part. Oh. Dry palette, does it ever go too thin? Or palette, does it ever go too thin? Oh, like a wet palette. Sometimes, some paints can get... In my case, they just get thick and then you just got to reactivate them with water. Hold on, let me find an example. The white. The white here has been on for a couple days, and if we take a brush and we run it over, look, no color. And I'm running it over. No color. But I soaked the brush in a little bit of water. See the water? Oh, I'm already zoomed in? Fine. Jeez, golly. I do need a macro lens. And then we just go on here and we just work it for a little bit. And once we've worked it for a decent little bit, there's the paint. And then you can paint your the undersides of your nails. Just like that. So now it looks like you have healthier nails, even though you just scritch a lot of horses and never wash your hands afterwards. See? Beautiful. Hopefully that was the question. Hopefully that was a decent answer. Now, let's see. The light skin tone. No, Mossy, shut up. Mossy, shush. Shush, hold on. Wait, how do I ban? How do I ban? Nope. Shut up. Shut up. I will not harbor these allegations again. No. Not here. No. Leave. Skedaddle. Scram. Screw. Piss off. Piss off is... You won't ban me. Yeah. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe so, huh? You're too lovable. Whatever you say, champ. Goddamn. I'm going to be looking at the reference image a 15th time. It's just skin. It's simple as that. Oh, okay, but I take out... That might be too dark, though. Don't look away from me. I'm looking here. I'm going to have to use the... I'm going to use the light color skin tone. This is the basic skin tone. That might be a little too pink. Earthworm Jim is trying to get No, God fucking damn it. No. Dude, and I thought he was on my frickin' side. Where would you get low quality drawings? Mossyman, that's a good point. That's true. Where would I get my low quality drawings? I don't want... It would be... What's sad is it's very easy to splice me reading he's just into them, and then you just cut out everything else and cut to me saying it's true. But you guys wouldn't do that because you're kind-hearted souls, am I right? Speaking of kind-hearted, I have to now paint a face. Make sense? Great. Here goes. Here goes. I'm nervous. I am scared. I'm spooked. And this is way too thick a freaking application. Hold on, let me get a little more water into that whole thing and just thin that. There we go. Sure, if only I could do that. Ah, see, I'm fine. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, there we go. Now that's all nice and re-thinned up. Thinned down. Thinned up. I am... Okay. And now we just apply, like, imperceptible layers of paint onto the face until it's good. And this is peak streaming. For real. Don't forget her blush. That's a good point. Hold on. I can see it better on the stream. Oh yeah, she has a... I have my actual the image pulled up here, except she's very overexposed, so she's completely pale. I don't actually see the blush, but yeah, there's actually a slight blush there and a slight blush right on her snoot. Well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. That will be something for sure. Art thou shooketh? No, I'm Sherlocketh. I might be a little too proud of that one. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. I'll be the bigger man here. Okay, and now we just, slow and steady paints the Uma. This is just how it goes. God damn, bro. This is so... This is... You guys... You are something else. You have faith. Never mind. This is a... the situation is situating. To put it bluntly, sir, the situation is situating. I think that's a Harley Davidson commercial. but I wouldn't know. Okay, now she's definitely got a drag name. It has to be Herlock. No, it would be sirloin, because I'm a real manly man and I eat steak. Get dunked on. Try to make a comeback with that. You know, shh, there is a face. Or she. Shut up! Nope. Compensation. Oh my god, bro. This is outrageous. It's outrageous, I say. Also, very, very pale. Very pale skin. Golly. God, that gold looks so good. I know. Love this speed paint. Hoplite Gold Army Painter Speed Paint. For the win. I rarely use any other paints aside from Vallejo, but Army Painter Speed Paint I do use. That is the stuff for sure. Oh, don't forget this will end here. Golly. Okay. Now, might not be a bad idea to reestablish a little bit of color, because now she kind of just looks like a corpse and all the blood has drained from her face. No, actually, it's kind of fine. I just have to try to... I just got to add those blushes. That's what gives it life. Otherwise, it looks dead. Like me. See all these blushes here? See all these non-overexposed blushes? That's what gives me life. Simple as. Also, why does the expression here? She just kind of looks stoned. It's just the smile too. I don't know if you can see her eyes. If I painted her blue, she would look like Smurfette. Now that I'm looking at it on screen, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Imagine I just pivot and then we just make a Smurfette Gold Ship Space Marine. Nah. Let's see. I think I'm going to attempt some blush. I'm going to attempt to add life to this paint job. Now, bear in mind, I only paint infantry with like one layer of skin-colored contrast paint, and then everything else I paint are just dead beings, like my Death Guard, and so I just do that. You're gonna make oh. We'll be right back. Yeah, I don't like that. That's an unfortunate. I don't like Mossy saying that. Of course. Exactly. Because, you know, actually, so I have painted some skin. Never added blush. Have I ever painted a girl? No. You got a small sponge? Nope. The smallest sponge I have is like bigger than her head. I'm going to go at it with a very thin down red paint, and I'm going to have faith in something. Let's see, because we have to get something there. Yeah, rosy glit. Yeah, I think I have a rose colored or something, because I got a skin tone set. It comes with something like that. I'm going to give that a whirl. We're going to find it. Let me grab it. Let me skedaddle it. Oh, I almost broke my headphones. Let's see. That's rose. I have to pull it up on the stream because the stream actually shows the blush. I can't see it when I have it saved. I saved it overexposed. It's just slightly pink. Yeah, I have something like that. Hold on. Let's see what we got. We got the violet color. And I mean, oh no, I'm just going to use, here's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this. Yes, this will be good. Will the glaze not go into the recesses? No, because I'm not doing it like a wash. It's going to be thinner than a wash. And then I'm going to just like dot it or just gently wipe it onto the surface, which will basically almost like stain it, act like a filter. And so rather than a wash where I just apply a bunch of stuff all over the surface, it's just going to be dedicated areas to her cheeks, and then, like, I guess that's the bridge of her nose. Also, I am wearing, this is my light hat. God. But to be fair, I've had this webcam for over 5. It's over 7 years I've had the webcam. Anywho, I'm going to take some red, and we're going to see what happens with red. I'm going to try red first. Very thin down red. This isn't even red. Like that looks more of a pinkish color. I also got it on my finger. Oh, that was a bad idea. I gotta wash that off immediately after because it looks... Okay, hold on. This is funny. This is funny. I don't want to hear nothing about it, but this was a funny screw-up. I didn't even mean it. It literally just looks like I either like skinned myself, or I had lipstick on and I just went and wiped it. That's so stupid. God damn it. I thought that was funny. See, I can joke. I can jest. I'm congested. That is not where that color's supposed to go. And now we thin this sucker down like it's not even funny. Okay? Like, for example, big old drop of water. Look at how big this drop is. Bonk. Big old drop of water. Barely any red. Thin it down. And I got a little white in there. Son of a... That makes it pink. See, that's the pinkest color we were after, okay? And now, see how that barely shows up on the palette? Hey, no, not confirmed. It was the jest. It was a jest. It. Here goes nothing. Before I actually go, I need to have I can't, because the only way I can see the blush is if I change the screen and I look on OBS. OBS is the only place I can see it. I literally, like, me looking at the monitor, it's white. So I'm actually just going to have to, I just got to pull up an image and then hope that it doesn't overexpose it. Gold ship. And then, yeah, that's overexposed. I just want that's also overexposed. Why does it overexpose? That's what you get with 10-year-old TVs. It shows up fine on OBS. Screw it. Okay. Directly under each eye. Fair. And then, bridge of the nose. Fair. She's got 3 eyebrows. I don't know how anatomy works in the animation, whatever the heck. I don't know if I'll do that. We'll see. Okay. Directly under the eyes, bridge of the nose. Let's give it a whirl. Let's see what happens. There's a spider on the desk, and he got away. I was feeling generous. I'll be dead honest. I could have killed him. He just scared me. I didn't want to touch him. Directly under the eyes. Remember your training. And we pull towards that central area. And that is something. Yeah, I could do it on the phone. Okay. Now try to blend that in with a little more of the light color. Hold on. Just, like, blend it. That didn't really... Oh, hold on. There's got to be... No, I have a paint. I need... What do I need? I need to lightly dampen the entire surface. That way it doesn't pool like it did. That's what I need to do. Okay, everyone, hold on. Before I continue... Gold ship jump scare. Hold on. You made Smurf like, yeah, I know. I'm gonna pull up the Discord and see what just happened. Where is that? I'm afraid to look around. Let's see. Let's see what our beautiful community has made. Is it in streaming chat? Nope. Is it in general? Probably not. It's probably in memes. It's so bad. Oh, God. What? Is that it? Gen Z brain rot G? I don't get it. Am I old? Is that it? Is that Smurflock? Where? Is... I need an explanation, please. I don't get it. Why is it zoomed in? I thought you were British, but you're Italian? Why is it zoomed in? Eh. Now you're Italian American in the 60s? Why is it zoomed in? Why is it... Oh, it's why is it zoomed in? Why is it... Very funny. Dude. It hits harder a second time, Mossy. Way to go. Oh my god. I'm rolling. ROFL? Rolling around freaking laughing? Right? like I don't just go off with F-bombs in my games. I go, flick. I'm innocent. Are you doing it in other channels now? GG. Unlucky. Uh-oh. Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf is such a real thing, right? Mossy, great stuff. Keep up the great work. The memes in the hello Smurf, howdy. Memes in the Trenchborn Legion Discord server are top tier. This is the ultimate sales pitch. This is why you should join the Trenchborn Legion. You got great stuff like this. Happens all the time. Does it show up good on your end, Mossy? I'm gonna pull it up on my phone real quick. I'm gonna see. No, I don't want to race. I might later. Welcome, C Nisty. Oh, it shows up on my phone. Why isn't it showing up here? Hold on. What the You resent it. Yeah, I see you. That's it. There it is. There it is. I like how you kept my fade too. Oh yeah, yeah. You made me do Blueface. Okay. Now we're culturally appropriating the Blue Man group. Way to go, Mossy. I thought you were better than that. That's not any better. We have insulted the Blue Man group's culture. What is happening? Remember the Shawshank Redemption? Pretty much that. Yeah, I'm literally doing Blueface. Although actually the ISO was turned so far down it was kind of black. Well, you know, everywhere you go, there you are. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, back to where were we before we insulted the Blue Man group? Those group of aliens. Smurflock. Smurflock sounds like a Minecraft mod, or sounds like a Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge if it was like a Smurfs game. Wasn't there a Smurfs game? I could have swore I played a Smurfs game. Okay, this stream's gonna go on for 4 hours. I don't care though. I swear to God there was a Smurf game I played back in the day. Move, gold ship. Smurf. It was a Smurfs mobile game. Smurfs Village. Yes! Oh my God! Hold on. Yes, I think I've played Smurfs Village. Bro uses Firefox. What do you use? Boo? What did they do? It's all I have. Womp womp. Where can I download this game? Apple, Google Play. Actually, wait, no, this is gonna actually be signed into my fucking account. Hold up. I can't, I can't, no, there's details and shit. Get gold chip jump scared. Fair enough. I use Google and my data is harvested it. Oh, okay. So, would you be especially pissed if I use DuckDuckGo? Is that what you're saying? Or should I use Brave? Real is awesome for piracy. Hold on. Real men use Brave browser. That's what real men use. They use Brave, the browser that puts you first. Ugh. No, you like DuckDuckGo and Brave? Oh, it's Firefox specifically you have a vendetta against? What did they do to you? Explain. Get Brave? Dude, I wish, man. Nope. I'm too much of a coward. I can't get Brave. Firefox is the femboy browser? I guess we are getting Brave right fucking now. Wow. Well, you learn something every day. I actually don't have space for this. That's unfortunate. Prove you wrong? Here's the thing. I can only prove you right by saying it's literally a fire and a fox, and that sounds like... That sounds like a Firefox furry fursona. I'm gonna do this because I'm not confident in what... Yeah, I gotta get rid of Firefox and I gotta literally install anything else. I looked up something and it was bad, and it was very bad, and it was what I expected it to be. I don't know why I expected anything different. You know what? It was an ounce of hope. I was like, you know what? Hold on. You just got a picture of this. No. No. Now hold on. To even Stevens the whole thing. Because there were Firefox personas. I want to see if there's Google Chrome or just Google persona. Hold on. I'm going to have to... images don't show up immediately. They did for Firefox. They didn't for Google. Okay, well, everywhere you go, there you are. Yep, no Google, There's one. That's it, I'm commissioning a Sherlock Persona. That's it, I'm flying over there, I'm going to throw you off of a bridge, I'm gonna throw you into the Thames! Don't even dare. What would Sherlock's Persona be? A gun in my mouth. Yeah. Get got. No, he's not a furry. He's furious at this blasphemy. That's what it is. At these terrible, inaccurate, slanderous things. Oh no, not the Thames. That shit is in fact nuclear green goo. Yeah, your Thames are our reflection pool or whatever the heck. I'm a defeated man. This is unfortunate. Can I come back from this in any way? Do I have anything that could help me in my situation? The resin, I'm draining resin. You can't see that. Same, but different. Actually, that's a great debate. That's a debate I would have. What's worse, furry or femboy? What is worse? What's worse? Are any of them good? I don't know. I don't judge. That's not what Jesus told me to do. However, if I was feeling a little judgy, what's worse? Sherlock motive, you own more than 4 guns. I own 4 is an insult. It's at least 9. It's at least double what you say, pal. Lamau. I have a gold ship marine that I'm trying to paint. Every femboy is a furry, but not every furry is a femboy. That might be the first bit of merch we have, Boxberry. It's going to be that on a shirt, and it's going to be... it's just going to be that in slightly cursive font. Say his friend Isona is a bird like the ones they kept during the war to detect gas. The birds they kept... What? The birds they kept for the war to detect gas. What was that? Canaries? Sherlock Spider is a porcupine furry's name? Ah, shit. I hate it when there's a whole chat of witty sons of guns. Canary. Oh, Masa, you did call that. I didn't see that. That's insane. Oh, yeah, that's the... Damn, you are. Miners in China. Oh, this is the greatest thing ever. The homing pigeon that got shot, but still got the frickin'... But saved the Lost Battalion, essentially. Whatever that was. That's an insane frickin' insane bird. Insane thing. We need a video addressing the allegations. No. Because they have tiny lungs, so they die very fast. Huh. Have you ever heard of Little Joe? This is a very Facebook thing. I'm like, what is Little Joe? The small guy in the corner. Getting the credit for something he definitely just read off of an actual news site. That is kind of funny. More. I'm going to put myself in a corner and I'm going to read it. Did you know? Blah, 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 blah. That's not a pet peeve. How many more can I find? Oh, and then you got this. This is Lil Joe, a canary who sacrificed his life to save a crew of miners after detecting deadly gas deep. He sacrificed his life? Hold on. I have a... Did he... My question is, was he always locked in this, or did they make this after he died? Did he, like, fly in? Did he, like... He came out and he started tripping. He's like, tweet, 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 tweet. And they're like, are we dying? And he's like, yes! I mean, tweet! And they're like, go! What do you mean he sacrificed his life? Or did someone just freaking throw a bird down there, didn't hear anything, and said, we gotta go? And they said, wow, he didn't detect shit. He just died low-key. Yeah. But, I mean, he saved a crew of miners, you know? That's more than the never mind. Back to painting the gold ship marine, because I said I would finish this in this stream. I'm going to breeze right past that. I'm not suicidal. Unalival. For the guidelines or whatever, right? And I'm going to see if we can't blush up... if we can't brush up on our blushing skills, am I right? Okay. Lock in. We're so locked in. We're gaming now. We're gaming. We're so streaming for 5.5 hours is what is inevitably going to happen. Slightly, very ever so slightly. Let's see. There's got to be... What do I rate? Margaret Thatcher. Who's Margaret Thatcher? I was just about to get on a roll, too. Pull up the Google. Pull up the... Firefox. Margaret Thatcher. Longest serving British Prime Minister, the 20th, the first woman to hold now. Okay, hold on. The Baroness? First impressions, that's kind of a fire name. That's a little like, you know, and you just go the Baroness. Oh shit. Okay, that's first impressions. The Right Honorable, the Baroness. Maybe it shouldn't be the Baroness if the beginning is the Right Honorable. Hella Aura. Also, Boxberry, for some reason, it translated Hella Aura to good luck. Wait, what did that It's not even telling me the language it thought it was. Interesting. Winning the Thatcher introduced a series of economic intent to reverse high inflation in Britain, struggle in the lake of the winter. Winter of discontent and oncoming recession. Yep. Greater individual liberty. I like that word. I like that word. State owned. I like states. States are good. States are good. Companies. Ooh, we love companies. I love companies. Trade unions. She ducked up the north of the UK. Cool. The Big Bang. She's responsible for the Big Bang? I didn't see that in frickin' Genesis. Community charge. That sounds... Oh. Poll tax. She was on a high pedestal and she just got knocked down a peg. Knife biting pro. Genuinely? I'm just gonna... What are the highlights here? What's going on? After retiring in the House of Commons, she was given a life... I can't pronounce that. What? Life peers? Oh, peerage? Appointed members whose titles cannot be inherited to hereditary. Where I come from, you get your dad's last name and you go about your business in last name and sons. Freaking neoliberal. Neoliberalism is a political and economic advocate of free market capitalism, which became dominant in policymaking from the late photo onward. The term has multiple competing definitions. Something. I heard capitalism. My inner Russian, like an 8th or a 16th Russian, doesn't like that. Family and childhood. I don't give a crap. So, dang, she fought in the war. That's crazy. And the frickin' Korean War. That's crazy. Early political career. Queer. Search up the Falkland War. The Falkland War. Let's see. Falkland War. They got jets? Not to be confused with the Falklands Crisis of 1770 or the Battle of the Falkland Islands. Cool. There are our... Oh, are those... Oh, those are your... Is there a photo of it? I don't know if I've never seen Britain. Is that it? Gibraltar. That's fun to say. Ascension. Oh, damn. Africa. That's a place. North Atlantic Ocean. That's where War Games Atlantic gets their name. These are yours? Here at Portsmouth. At Portsmouth. Cool. In my opinion, all of South America is Greater Falklands. You mean where this is where you're saying where the camped, where they ran to? You own this? I'm learning so much. San Julian? Isn't San Julian? Wait, that's the guy from Madagascar. Trelu sounds like Pelelu. Gibraltar. That's just fun to say. I only do it to politicians. Cool. The Falklands, Mali, 1982. Argentina, British. What? Okay, so, Argentina. Everything else is Britain. Understandable. Uh-huh. Cool. What did this have to do with painting blush on gold ship? I feel, very bad for anyone who, came to see what the heck was going on. Cool. We learned something about all that. I'm glad I care. Before I get sidetracked again, I know I will, I got to try to put some blush on gold ship. I gotta try it. I gotta give it a very relevant. Sure. I'll take your word for it. How's that sound? I'm gonna thin this down way more. I'm not even messing around with this, bro. And then I wipe most of it off. And now we just slightly work up a blush. And I'm gonna do one coat and then leave it. One tiny micro coat and then leave it. That's how this works. Very subtle. Gotta keep it very subtle. See, okay, that's subtle. But if you tried to put gold ship on blush, not yet. I'm not that good. Not yet, at least. I mean, that's kind of just looks like she's having a breakout. R.I.P. You know, I'll try to thicken it up a bit, salvage it hair. We'll practice stippling, where you just basically become a printer. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. And then the bridge of the nose. Get the bridge of the nose done. Get that blushed. There you go. That is something. Okay, that's not bad. I don't know if it's showing up on camera at all. Oh, kind of. Barely. Next is the make or break moment. Let me actually hold on. Let me look. Are her eyes bleeding? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe so. That was a very subtle, quote unquote, subtle blush. No. I might come back and try to liven up and try to blend that in better so it doesn't look so terrible. I'm going to try her eyes. I'm really looking forward to trying this. This is going to be a tragedy, but I want to try it. I want to see what happens. So without further ado, we need some pinks. First, we need to white the eyes. First, we probably need the eyelashes. God, they're just they're so tiny though. But hold on, let me get some. Hold on, let me see if will the black brown be good. No, we want actual. But her eyes, they're black here, and then they go out into a brown. Am I gonna try blending on this small a scale? No, I'm gonna start out with black, and then maybe glaze some brown onto the ends there. We'll see what happens. God, I should not have eaten like 5-day-old pizza before doing this. You know, it was good. It was good, mind you. It was good, but still shouldn't have done it. Doesn't excuse the fact. Let's try something. We're gonna give something a go. Give something a good old whirl. Give it an honest try. And that's where's the black? There it is. Okay, who's ready for something? Here goes nothing. Yummy apples. Yeah, probably. Now, I might have to sacrifice camera angle. Just because this is so fine. I'm going to try to get it in camera angle, though. And I'm going to shut the actual hell up. Okay. That's a little dark. That is a little extremely dark. However, hopefully once the rest of the eye is painted, it will look good. This, it's a trust the process moment. Worst case scenario, this becomes a fun target to shoot at like 50 yards with iron sights on a Glock. If it turns out bad, I got a feeling it'll turn out just perfect, though. I'm not in the way, am I? I know it's getting so freaking... Hold on. Hold on. Nobody say a goddamn word. This might be okay. Hold on. Kind of looks like the beginnings of the Roblox man face. But hold on. Hold on. Looking at it now, this is okay. This is fine. This is actually okay. This is nuts. Not bad. Now, some would say it's because I have practice. Liars. Liars. Next up, I'm going to... Do I want to add a little brown on the edges? I'm feeling confident, so I'm going to try that. Also, hold on. When I take the hat off, I just glow. Yeah, that's why I don't... Yeah, I'm like, why am I wearing... Yeah, that's why. It's because the freaking light bounces off and I got a crappy webcam. But it's the miniature we care about. I'm gonna try to mirror. It goes from we're just now we have gold ships staring into our soul, but it goes black to brown. And that's a reddish brown. The brown is slightly red. Let me look at a color I have right here. That is dark rust. That's not what I want. Hold on. I want black brown. Black brown is what I'm thinking. Black brown is not it as well. Okay, there. I know I have a color similar to this. What is it? Is it mahogany brown? There's no way. It's a darker mahogany brown. So I'm going to mix mahogany brown. That's this color right here. Nope, that's saddle brown, and I'm... Wait, okay, so wait, hold on. What does mahogany brown look like? Goddamn. It is mahogany brown. I don't have to thin down crap. This is good. This is a salvageable situation. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna use this confidence. Sherlock, kid, you own a... What? Did I own a spear? That depends on if you count an equipped bayonet on a Lee Enfield a spear, which I do, personally. Because I think if you were to put a actual bayonet onto a gun, that would make it a spear. Anywho, but you know, that's all I know about that whole situation. Fair enough. If you allow it, then that's good. Now I'm going to thin down the mahogany brown. I think I will add a bit of black. Just a hair. We're going to microdose it. We're going to microdose it. There we go. This is good. Okay, this looks good. This looks good. What defines a spear? As the local starting expert. Okay. Now, I'm going to try to color in the edges of her eyelashes. This is going to be... Is a toothpick a spear? I don't know. I don't know. As the local stabbing expert. Oh, yeah, you are British. That's true. Here we go. I can't tell if this is working. I think it worked. But I literally can't tell. I genuinely can't tell. Is this out of frame? No, I mean kind of. Long-range stabber. Fair. Okay, that is there. That's not bad. How long is long range? Probably, according to SIG, like over 1,000 yards, if we count the SIG spear. Is that a spear? Even though they call it a spear, but is it? I don't know. Knife gun. Knife gun for real. More than an arm span. Oh, that's fair. Then what about a katana? That probably doesn't count. Probably has to be more handle than blade, right? I think that's a reasonable thing to assume. I'm gonna put the whites on the eyes now and see what happens. This is gonna be a little wild, and I am kind of terrified. But you know, it's worth a shot. We're gonna see what happens all together. But longsword. Is that more handle than blade? Because I'm thinking it's all about handle to blade ratio. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking. That's why I'm thinking like a fixed bayonet could count as a spear, because then the majority of it is a handle. I'm gonna try to wipe the eyes now. Here goes nothing. This is gonna be the intense part here. Okay, we need more white. My racist uncle would have you believe the same thing. Anywho, let me breeze on from that. Okay. The eye is eyeballing. What's good, Fire Ant? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the show. You joined at a perfect time. Everything's going just fine here. Nothing nuts happening. No out-of-pocket things said. It's all going great. That's one white Kind of done. Semi-done. We need more, we need a little wider. There we go. Okay, that's good. Now I'll do the other eye. There it is. Come on. Nice. Nice. Okay. Now that looks decent. And that looks decent. And that might need a little, just a little, we need a little wider there. The eye needs to be a little wider than that. If it is a pole arm with pokebit at the end, otherwise you have a different pole arm like a halberd. Fair. That's an astute point. We're painting, yep. Okay. No rifle is not a spear, even with a bayonet. Fair. Fair points all around. See, we're having a good discussion. We're figuring it out. Because the bayonet is a separate attachment. Okay, color me convinced. I can concur with that. It resembles a spear, and you use similar spear fighting tactics, but it is not a spear. It is just a bayoneted gun. Yeah. Consider me convinced. It's a makeshift spear, but the rifle keyword takes precedence. Fair. Fair, fair, fair. Try to get a little brighter eye here. There we go. Now to color this thing. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Help. Lord help, because I'm purple base coat. I have purple. Oh, God, and then it's white. Bayonet is your spear. What are you without it? Good points. You could do with the spear that there's no way you could do with a rifle. Fair. Let's see. What's an appropriate... This is just actual purple. It might be a little bright. Do I have anything darker? Ooh, what color are you? Oh, you're just actually, like... You're weird purple. Hold on. Let me grab that. Violet red? Violet red is a good color. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna try to paint a pupil. This is gonna be something for actually though. Here goes nothing. This is nuts. Move the hat. Will it be in frame? I don't know. I gotta sacrifice frame. You can't really see it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not done with it. I'm not done with it. So I'll just hold on. But just looking at it makes me giggle. Makes me giggle. It's just kind of funny. That's all. Ooh, okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. The only problem is we have to do that a second time. A second pupil has hit the eye. But will it? But will it? I don't know. I really hope this works. Because that doesn't look half bad, and I'm not dissatisfied with that. I could sleep at night with that. Okay, come on. Come on, gold chip. Come on. Okay, hold on. The eye could be a little higher up. That's a little wide. Okay, it's a little big. It's a little cursed. It's very cursed. Do we like the small or the big? Oh, actually, hold on. I know exactly what we want. Wait, let me actually look at the reference. Let me consult the reference image. She's kind of squinting. Probably a bacon Sammy. Oh yeah, you're British. I forgot. Big will be good because big allows me to add some more stuff. I'm gonna try that. Worst case scenario, we we try again. I should probably change it to the painting screen. Wireless mouse, screw you. Big anime eyes, like the red robot from Robot Said. Never understood that reference until like 50 years later, but now I actually get it. Make it a little more. Come on, be centered. We need Gold Ship to be centered for the first time in history. Okay. The thing is, I could look at this and I could say, that was Robin Williams? Oh, shoot. I never knew that. Darn. R.I.P. What a goat. Let's see. Good start. I feel like, you can make out what's going on. Maybe got to make that pupil a hair bigger. No, what I have to do is I need to establish a little more white on the right side because it's a little it's kind of like she's got a lazy eye. Not too terribly. Obi-Wan was Copper. Obi-Wan was Rodney Copperbottom? Dang. That's... Or was it Rodney's dad? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to reestablish some of the white on the eye. It's always the fun part. Let me just put a little more there. Okay, now we got a little more on that eye. Although, actually, hold on. I might have saved. Okay, it was Rodney. Fair enough. Okay, now that eye looks fine. I want to round out this eye a little more. Just a teensy tiny bit more. That's not bad. Hold on. I know it's not like the best angle, but I kind of just have to... I have to be like up close and personal. Okay, now I can reestablish some white on that eye. Okay, this is the, we can... There's some back and forth happening, but this is still very doable. Thank you. Golly. Sorry, I'm yelling at an inanimate object. Bacon Sammy time? Let's go, dude. Sick. The eye is a ball. How much more round could it be? Fair. It's just gotta still be more round for real. Fixing up the iris there. Hold on. Paint, for the love of paint, don't paint. Or I mean, do paint. Do and don't paint, Okay, hold on. That's fine. This is so fine. This is doable. All right, yeah, I salute you, CNSD. You were there. You advanced to the next round. Oh, fair enough. I'm gonna take a little of our light skin tone and just try to build up a little bit where we overbled with the white. Not bad. Not bad. Like, you can make those out as eyes. I'm not a freaking artist as far as this whole thing goes. I'm a miniature painter. I don't do the fancy stuff, but I'm not dissatisfied with that. This is fine. This is good. This is workable. Yeah. Now for some pink. Now we have to, like, do some more random shenanigans on the bottom. Oh, dear. There goes nothing. Okay. There's pink. Iowa Hayside pink. Is that at the base of the world tree, the Erd tree? Mihaly Oswald? Are the Mihaly Oswald? You? Dude, it's good to see you, man. Welcome. Holy crap. If that is in fact you. I think that's you, though. I recognize that name because I can't pronounce it. This is the guy who was there. He was like one of the 3 or 4 people I had when I completed my Warlord Titan, when I did the final bit of building on it. When I put the head on this guy, when I took the head and I went boop and officially completed it, he was there over on Instagram at the time. If this is the same Mihaly Oswald from Instagram, of course, which I'm inclined to think it is. It is. That is awesome, dude. Holy crap. It's good to freaking see again, dude. That's sick as all heck, man. That's awesome. You know, we've come a long way since then. Yeah, now how do I explain this whole situation? Well, you know, you saw the title, the thumbnail, hopefully. But yeah. We start, the bills got high. We have a Discord now. Yes, that's true. The PVC or PvP, PVC, the PVC calls. All right, 420th Manhattan man, thanks for tuning in. Yes, Oswald, we have a long way, sure. Yeah, it's been awesome. Yeah, Oswald, if you ever want to join the Discord, DM me your username via Instagram, and then I'll invite you to the server, and we'll get you in. Because of a long story short, because you were there, because you're like an OG. If you ever want to join into the server, which is usually a member-only thing, you can do that. Do I want to explain the allegations? I can't keep track of them anymore, CNSD. I'm going to be dead honest. If someone does have a running tally, go for it. But you know, but I don't remember. I'm busy. I'm busy trying to paint the bottom half of the pupils on gold chip. Here goes nothing. And I go silent. And the crowd goes silent. It might just be yeah, hold on. For the love of eyeballs. Go down there. Go down there. Go down. Okay. Okay. Am I a Smurf? Praise the furry femboy in French. No. I'm not French. Sherlock is now Smurflock. I'm none of those things. Wait. Well, I'm cooked. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Well, everywhere you go, there you are. Okay, now that's... What else is on... Oh, gosh, I have to do all of that. Don't forget Smurf. Yeah, no. No, I'm not any of those. He did Smurf face. That was a photo-edited image of me doing Smurf face, I tell you. That was a... Sorry, there were 2 dead rats that were outside of my workshop for a matter of years, and it smells like death everywhere, and then I just got that smell again, and now I'm really scared that it's in the AC unit, but I don't think so. I'm going to continue on like nothing happened, and no one's going to mention that at all, because I am very... What the heck is that smell? Oh! Okay. Neighbors are getting some work done. And they have a porta potty there. Porta potty's getting clean today. And when that happens, there's a 500-yard radius that is affected by it. That's what's happening. Oh, it's bad now. Custom chapter, yes, these are the red scars. Mia Oswald. It's a little fun custom chapter we're doing. That is important, and there's no way to combat that. All of my windows are closed. The AC unit, that's shut off. Shit happens, it does. I don't want to gross you out, but I'm grossed out myself. And it's just not, it's gonna take me a second to regain. Son of a bitch. Hold on. That's within 40 yards of me. 500-yard kill radius. 50 yards from me. Me. 5-0. Me. It's right there. It's right there. I'm not even kidding. Did it? Hallelujah. It just drove away. Thank God. I just saw it in a reflection. It's gone. Okay. Well, that's nice. I have to finish this paint job now. There goes the chair. Don't worry, it's a level surface. The chair has a mind of its own. Let's see. I'm going to apply a little wash to the earmuffs. Little wash in the form of speed paint. R.I.P. chair. You know, the chair had a good run at it for sure. I'm going to take a little Bony Matter speed paint, load that up ever so slightly on the brush. And then apply that gently to here. And see what happens. Oh, of course I get a little bit of dust, but everywhere you go, there you are. About the evenness of the floor. You know, Cinisty YouTube translated, so I just see sorry chair, but I know exactly what it is already. I know that's a Lo Siento, I think. We got a Lo Siento translation. For the love of contrast, thank you. Okay, there's that. Let me see, am I correct? Nailed it! Okay, now, got to get a little cleanup to do. 15 minutes. Hi, bye, but must leave. Fair enough, Fire. I appreciate you coming in for a little bit. That's awesome. It's very kind of you to do so. Okay, hold on. We thin down a ton of paint here. Just do a lot of thinning. Hold on. We do some off-camera. She looks like Ray from Evangelico. Wish I knew what that was, but you know. Oh well. Oh well, I suppose. Now, there's that. Oh, that's what I gotta paint her bow. Hold on. What color's her bow? Purple? I have that, right? Hold on. After 37 degrees outside. Is that good? Is 37 degrees good? I don't know. Celsius or Fahrenheit? Probably Celsius, because you're German. Make sure it's water. We got, you know, we've really accumulated the mines of mines here. I need an actual dark purple. That's what we need for this. Hold on. That's not dark purple. That's a different, not dark purple. I'm just gonna put them both onto the palette and see what. Bro, it's killing me. The water. I thought that was an America problem. Them putting fluoride in our water, but you know, there's stuff happening all over the place. I guess. 43 on a Saturday. It's Saturday. Dang, that's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of a darker color. Or no, I'm not. Actually, no, I'm not going to take anything. I'm just mixing whatever these purples are together, and I'm going to do that. Let's see. And I shower how I like. Okay. Hold on. Bow time. That is... I did not get the excess paint out of the nozzle. There it is. Now it's out of the nozzle. Oh, and that's a very much purplier looking paint, if I do say so myself. Okay. Here goes nothing there. Nice little bow. How quirky. No oil. Yep. That's the way it goes every now and again. Okay. There's that bow done. Good, good, good. Okay, that's good. The eyes could probably use a little more of a pink dot on the eyes. Real gets you ready for the day. Cool. I didn't know that. I would need magnification glasses if I'm going to do anything more than that for the eyes. That's not bad, though. That's not... I feel like that's, fine. The only thing that might just be like iffy is the skin tone. But trying to think, maybe if I hold on, if I look at the monitor again, she's a little more flushed. This is a little too dead pale. So I'm gonna go in with like a thin coat of just some basic skin tone, which is slightly warmer. Try to give her some more life and look less dead. You know, real gets you ready for the day. I'm still trying to break that down. I have no idea what in the world that means. But everywhere you go, there you are. Thin that down a little bit with some water. A bottle of water. And now let's see what this gets us. Oh, that already looks a lot more alive. Which is good. Which is good. I'm just going to kind of hit this anywhere and everywhere I can. This is going absolutely fine. Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? Fair? Okay, fine. Be that way, goddamn. You know, I'm not here trying to be smudge or besmurf anyone's frickin' reputation with Smurf face, unlike some people. But okay, I'll sit in my frickin' I'll know my place then. Here you go. Oh wow, she looks alive now. I don't know if that's conveying on the actual. I can't paint This is why I paint military models. Who am I calling some people? I don't know, the green ones. The green pistachios. Moss is green and mint is green, like a pistachio. I think of mint ice cream when I do that. Do you get it? And then 6586. Isn't that the color code for dark sienna green? Mossy mint? So, Get got. What is the inspiration? Great question. So I've been playing a game. The game is pretty fun. I love the game. Great game. Great stories based off of real life stories. And, you know, I was talking about it in the Discord, and I mentioned that someone had put one of these stories into Warhammer, and I said that might be cool to paint, but I probably, maybe at some point, and then someone by the name of Earthworm Jim, who occasionally shows up here, but he found an STL file kind of combining the two, and I said, oh, that's awesome. And then the color scheme is just inspired by one of the characters from the story, to put it lightly. Fair? Everyone concur? I think that's pretty fair, right? But yeah, it's like a cool, like, dystopian helmet with like antennas. They kind of look like ears, but it's a whole like metal helmet thing. It's a pretty unique take on the whole sci-fi genre as far as it goes. Oh yeah, I'm just shouting you out for finding the STL, my friend. For doing the for doing that. As far as the eyes go, I mean the eyes, I can't paint eyes worth crap. But they're not like bad. They're just not they're not good. Better than I thought it was going to be. I will say that. And then eyebrows look fine. Everything else looks fine. There is just a slight... Hold on. I gotta stare death into it. My favorite color? Good question. Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? Got him! I'm not petty, but I got him. Hold on, I'm going to... I am holding this up to the light. Sorry, I have to, like, fix a bit of whatever is happening there. That has to be more magenta. And then let me get some more of that magenta. I'm sorry, look, Mossy. I got you good. Lamau. You know, and I'm sorry it had to be you. But that's what happens. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. I think I forget what that's from. Well, you have a good dinner, Boardberry. Thanks for tuning in. I might still be here because I got to get this thing done because I kind of made that promise and I'm now regretting it, but, you know, I got to follow through with it. And I think... Son of a... Shelock's favorite. Isn't Shelock the name of an orc? Isn't that the name of the spider from Lord of the Rings? Favorite faction? Astra Militarum, Imperial Guard, the greatest faction ever, hands down. Of course. I so overdid the iris on that by accident, but you know, we're gonna recover. We're gonna come back stronger. You like rappers and guard? Okay, I don't know what Eminem has to do with Warhammer, but you know, to each their own. To each their own, I suppose. Be white. Come on. Okay, thank you. Paint's not coming off. I'm like, come on. Go. Okay, there you are. One eye always looks finicky on my model, and it's so sad. It just comes with time and practice. Boring. Space Wolves or Astra Militarum? Ooh, yeah, those are cool. I almost got into Space Wolves as a Space Marine force. I thought they were neat. Okay, that's a... you know, that's something. I gotta reestablish some of the eyebrow real quick. Let me take a hair of water. A heroine of water. I believe that's the correct terminology for that. And reestablish this eyebrow. There it is. And I need a more defined looking... I gotta sacrifice camera angle to just try to make this whole thing better. Hold on. Okay, this just turned into completely repainting the eye. Fair enough, golly. Goddamn, smile dog. Well, okay. Now, actually, like this, I can go in, put in an actual bit of white there. Like a decent little chunker. There we go. That's good. And it was good. That's from a good book. Space Wolves and Orcs. Ooh, very fun. Orcs are cool. I like, I almost got an orc box set once just because of all the different colors and shenanigans you could do. And I think what I wanted to do was like slap chop it just so I could get a ton of crazy colors happening for the fun of it. Get a little thicker. Sorry, I'm trying. I need this to look good. For goodness sake. LOL, thank you. Very funny, very funny. Now we got a... that looks good. I'm not even gonna... Can we see some guard infantrymen? You want to see some inspo like images or my guard infantry? Which would actually be the funniest. That is kind of funny. If you're talking about mine, that is funny because I have some on the desk that I just finished painting today. Funny enough. But I'll wait for mine. Okay. Let me grab that in just a moment. Just the lower half is white or pink. The lower half is pink. I had to sacrifice camera angle. I had to get that done and get that decent enough. The bow. Could use a little more detail on the bow. Hold on. I'll show you in just a second. I'm almost done with this. Oh my gosh. We are literally a minute away, bro. I should not have made that promise, but alas. And everywhere you go, there you are. It'll be for the better. Now, okay, let me pull out those infantry for you real quick. Let me show you what we're dealing with. You ready? Okay. Let me move. They're on a mat and their oil wash is still drying, but there they are. You thought long stream today? Yeah, it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be, but I would preferably still need to, there's still commitments I have to do. I just, I hyped myself up saying I don't need to follow them, and so now I need to follow this one first before I follow the next one. But it's all fine. But here they are. These are some Hold on, the ISO's a little down, but long stream was his day. Yeah, exactly. These are my Krieg proxies. These aren't my main guys. These aren't what I'm gonna start an entire YouTube series on. That's a different set of infantry. But we just got some. You got some Kriegsmen, all done and just done very quickly. They're still glossy because the oil paint is drying, but that's something, right? Are you inspired, Mossy? Hopefully that helped. Hopefully that was good. I gotta throw that out of the way. Okay. Sorry, I'm just gonna adjust and move this all back. There we go. Looking good as gold. Now let's see. What's the next thing to do? Next thing to do. Head, I'm gonna call good. I do not know of any good Vostroyan Firstborn 3D files, unfortunately. But I think Wargames Atlantic has the Lost Grognards, or Grognards, which I want to say are pretty good. Might be decent enough proxies. They have a hat option to look like that. I'm going to try to salvage this eye a third time. I need to get better at painting faces. One day, perhaps. Okay, there is that. Now I gotta make that bigger again. Ooh. No, I could. No, we don't need to. That's not a necessity, so I won't do it. Make that pupil slightly large. Just like a micron bigger. There, I think that's close enough. There, close enough. Now, let's see, hold on. Gosh, the eye just, I freaking, okay, hold on. I can recover if I take a little basic skin tone here. This is just the back and forth of face painting. This is, it'll be what it'll be. Ultimately, there we go. Now we're starting to get a little bit of the eye back. That's good. My favorite food? Oh, that's a great question. Probably just a cheeseburger. That's how, that's probably that. Good old In-N-Out burger cheeseburger. And then I'm a happy camper. For sure. It's simple, but it's good. On painting plasma weapons, you could. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, and people will have different ideas on how to do theirs. I'm also not sure what your yeah, you could paint it light blue and then dry brush white. I do where the glow is coming from inside. I don't have any on hand, but that's where I go from a light blue and then I dry brush dark blue and then I do an oil wash of white oil paint in the recesses to make it look like that's the source. I can go, actually, here, let me go grab it. Nice, fair enough. I did it on a Sentinel. Oh, okay, actually, that's... Yeah, you could do it... People do it different ways. Hold on, let me... Oh, I think in my case, I just airbrushed it. But hold on, here's one of them. So I dry brush. So the tops of the coils are darker, but it's like the inside of it is all bright and quote unquote glowing, if you would. So, and then I also take an airbrush and I just do a little white going around to make the glow really look glowy. But dry brushing would work just as well. I just did the airbrush because I was using that. I was batch painting, and I was doing 5 of those plasma guns, and I'm like, I'm not gonna worry about dry brushing all that. Gold ship's looking good. Now, do we want to gloss varnish it and add that pin wash? Maybe. Probably. Except we'd have to wait for that to dry. We'd have to wait for the gloss varnish to dry. I'm going to take gold chip off. I think Minecraft server when? Minecraft server when? Are you serious? It's the second time today I've been asked about Minecraft by two completely different people. I think gold chip might be done. I'm going to put her on the base, and we're going to see what the heck we think. And then I'll get some better photos. Minecraft server when? I know I discussed this a long time ago, but maybe at some point, if enough people are wanting a Minecraft server, I'll look into it. I'll see what we can't do because Minecraft was my game. Warhammer is what got me out of my Minecraft addiction because then I could just spend hours on something, but I could call it creative because it was not digital. There's some fun fact for you. You live edges, fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna put gold chip on this base. We're gonna like simulate her on the turf. Are we ready to see what happens? I think this will be fun. Let's see what happens. Here goes nothing. Jenny mod Minecraft. Probably not that. That's maybe another time, perhaps, but I don't know. Hold on, let me get my hobby blade. We're gonna put gold chip on. We're gonna see how gold chip looks. No bad Sherman. Yeah, Masu will give it to him straight. Don't tell me I just the tail might have come off. Whole Space Marine army. Oh, probably not. Probably not this this scheme. This was kind of a one-off testing to see what would happen. Not so much a full-on army. I think my full-on army would be Imperial Fists if I were to do that. Let me just shave this sucker down. Now I'm getting both super glue and resin particles. Am I breathing them in? A little. Titan next. Yeah, maybe. That might be the case. We'll see what happens. Okay, now that's nice and flat. Will that fit on there? Ooh, I like it. Ooh, I'm not dissatisfied with that at all. Let me get a little drop of super glue and fix the tail. But I'm kind of stoked about this. I don't mind it at all. Let's see. I'm going to put just a glob of it on there, and then I'm going to grab it from... Ammo! Grab it! That's a voice line from Battlefield 1 when he plays the American forces, usually on either Ballroom Blitz or the Argonne Forest. Fun fact. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of it, a tiny micro amount of that super glue. And now fix the tail. There we go. Looking good. Peter the horse is here. Yep. With a vengeance. Oh, sorry. Das Pferd ist da. Is that how you say horse in German? It's P-F-E-R-D? Is that Ferd? Preferred? Ferd? 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 Oh, like fold? Like fold? I don't know. I'm not German. Yep. Let's okay, fair enough. Okay, we're gluing gold chip on. This is gonna be fun. You're not late, you're just in time. It is all good. We're gonna glue the Terminator onto the base now. This is gonna be fun. It's been a fun project to work on. What the name of the British dude that is dressed as a red coat? That's how you pronounce. Fair enough. Oh, fared. Huh. That's fair. Okay. Super glue. Super glue. Okay, here goes nothing. I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. Let's go. You ready? Everyone ready? There we go. Zoom in. Get real as close as you can, I guess. Make sure it's nice and center and skadoosh. Crush you in there. There you go. Sent a voice message. Yup. For sure. I'm just gonna let that set for a second. There we go. That did not set. Why? Oh my gosh, I know why. Hold on. That was the wrong glue. I need to use an actual liquid glue. I used gel. Don't want to use that. This is all the quality is really shite. Fair enough. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Wipe that off. Also, last time I did that, I wiped my nose, not thinking nothing about it. Why is this super glue all pressured as absolute heck? Golly. Next project? Good question. Probably painting some plague marines that I still need to paint. I made a video on 5 of them, but I still got 3 more. Okay, now let's see if this works, right? Golly. Okay, ready, and boom, put you down there. Now, if this doesn't stick, I will be forced to utilize the power of hot glue. But yeah, hold on. While we wait for this to dry. No Trench Crusade for me. I'm not a... Me, the World War I guy, is not a big fan of Trench Crusade, or just doesn't vibe with it, funny enough. Maybe one day, though, if we're feeling especially frisky. I like some of the model designs and stuff. But for now, it will probably be something along the lines of these guys. Some Plague Marines that need painting. That might be fun to do. We'll see what happens. You can play a lot of fun stuff to do on guys like these, you know? But we'll see. Now, if this... Are you still not set? Okay, it's starting to... Gold chip's starting to set. Okay, we're starting to look good. Starting to look good. What does galley mean? Good question. Sorry, the paper towel was not whispering to me. I felt warmth radiating off of it. And I thought I was about to, like, die. But no, we're fine. Galley, I don't know if I said that. I probably did. I don't know when. Let me now, hold on. We go over to... Now, hold on. I'm gonna review your... Now, where did you say in the streaming chat you had it? I won't... Hold on, let me make sure. Galil. Interesting. Hold on, desktop audio. Hold on, I'm gonna listen to your pronunciation of fair. I think that is. Oh, darn, dude, rip. R.I.P. Feather. I did that with this. I dropped her in some white paint, and it got on some of the red armor. Yeah. So, R.I.P. I feel you. Well, I'm gonna hear what Sinisty says how to pronounce it. I won't play it on stream. I don't want to dox your voice. But let me see. Fet. Is Fetistan. Fair. Fared. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Much appreciated. We're learning German on the stream. We do a lot on these streams. You know, is there a real way we do it? Nope, but we still learn a lot. We have a general idea of what's supposed to happen, and then, you know, it's all anywhere else from there. Now, okay, I know what we're going to be doing now, guys. We're going to be employing the use of my favorite thing ever. Let me wipe the glue off. What was the voice clip about? How to pronounce horse in German. Turns out it's fared. Now, this is going to be interesting because now we got to all wait together as this next part happens. What do you do when super glue doesn't work? You take out a hot glue gun. Mein Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut. Knock, knock. Klopf, klopf. Ooh, klopf, klopf is fun to say. Whether I'm pronouncing it right or not, I don't know. I got my hot glue base. I'm going to plug it in and not burn. Hold on. Now that's plugged in, and now, I guess now we have to wait for it to heat up. Or we make it heat up with the power of a actual heat gun. That's, oh, this is so gonna work. I foresee no issue with this, dude. Hold on. Let's see. We plug this in to there. Now, and we turn Yuan. And then this, in theory, should heat up the hot glue gun faster. Oh my god, I was right. It's doing that. Oh, it blew it onto my finger. Son of a bitch. Wipe that off on the trousers, and you continue your day. Now, will this just, like, push out hot glue? Kind of. I will continue. I foresee no issue. This will be just fine, I swear. It'll be okay. Oh, that was not a... Anyway. And there you go. Ooh, this is a great way to get rid of random strings. Oh, we're learning so much. Now that that's all heated up, using a heat gun to heat up the hot glue gun. That's like shooting a Glock at my freaking rifle's trigger in an effort to try to make it fire. Family Guy cutaway compilation. Anywho. Let's see, is that like coming out? It is. Great. Now, we just need a fine little bit of hot glue. Forgot the name of it. And then we'll get this sucker right back on. So hold on. Number 1. Nope, that's wrong. Oh, God. Oh, that didn't even... Whoa. Get a little on... Okay, now it's coming out. It's coming out a little too fast. I'm, you know, it's going... It's slow the heck down. Don't know what I was thinking. But, you know, it wasn't that. Put you there. Go around. Here goes nothing. Are you guys ready for, like, history to be made or something? I don't know. Here goes nothing. Get off of their string. That's on me now. That's fine. My wrist is way too close to the hot glue gun. Didn't notice that, but we're fine. I can feel the heat radiating off. But ouch. I'm a professional. Nobody panic. This is doable. This is fine. This is workable. Oh my god, the thing is about to fall on me. Because the cord is being pulled. Because where I have it plugged in has now fallen into the garbage can and it tried to pull the hot glue gun and hit me. But I'm too lucky and it didn't. And now it's on my desk. For the love of... No, the professionalism is professional. I should wait for that to cool before I hot glue that to my finger. Welcome to the stream. For any newcomers, you've come at a perfect time. You know, I say you're never late or early. It's always a perfect time, and you know, might be the one time where I maybe don't believe that so much, but you know, it's called mutter and flicker without the L or I. Flicker. Flicker. You're probably the ficker. Mutter ficker. Is that how you say... Wow. Can you just heat up the hot glue again and scrape it off the desk? You know, you could. I'm going to do something a little different. And I'm just going to just scrape it off with my hobby blade. Now that's gone. But, yeah. That would work. That would probably work just as well. All right. There's that done and dusted. Good as gold. Gold ship. Elite ball knowledge. Just kidding. That's the whole stream. Now, are you fastened onto the base? Yes, you are. Searching it up. I was going off like searching it up 4 years ago. Fair enough. We got a bunch of side tangents. Now let me skedaddle. Let us see. This was just a project done in a week, but now we have the gold ship Terminator. Everybody, son of a. Anywho, I should actually have painting handles for this instead of my grimy hands. But look at there. That's kind of funny, isn't it? That started as an actual freaking meme, and that became a thing. Sherlock Craft when? I don't know, but if we get enough interested people, Well, what are you thinking? Like start up a server where all the members can join, or like I do like a hardcore thing like they did way back 10 years ago. What? What is this queer and German Mozzie? You don't ask stuff like that, pal. No, no, no. And then I know your next step too. So I'm just gonna say shut up. But I haven't painted anything for the sake of just like painting something random ever. You mean like gay? Ah, is it? Yeah, that works. Well, but you know, we got the gold ship Terminator done. Aside from Mossy being a freaking son of a gun, I can tell you in Hungarian. I can get away with it. Sure, Mossy. Sure, sure. Of course, of course. Let me turn the ISO. Sorry, it's still challenging to see. The eyes, kind of the falter of the whole thing. I got to get better at that. But you know, it was still funny to do. And that's just a fun thing to just have like sitting on the desk. It's like a good luck charm, right? How neat is that though? That was a joke on Saturday. No, that was a... She looks so dead inside. Dude, you get done just watching tons of your brothers die and probably some rent... Exactly. It's the shell-shocked image. Have you seen... Whoa, what? Sorry. Oh my god, it's Cheapy. Sorry, Cheapy just re-entered the Discord. That was the craziest thing ever. It's like... Whoa. The 1,000-yard stare. Yeah. My eye painting sucks. I'm not an artist. I'm a miniature painter. I'm not good at that. I gotta get better. Maybe. But I usually just paint random whatevers. But this was fun to try. And it's always good to, like, push yourself and try to do some new things, no matter how, you know, silly they are. But yeah, I think it was like, what? It was a Friday. This was a joke. And then this was printed over the weekend. And then Monday we started, and Friday we're here. So that's fun. Shows peak art. Mio Oswald, just send me your Discord username and Instagram, and then I'll invite you in because you're one of the OGs who was there. You were there. You were there at the completion of the Warlord Titan. You're a real one. So yeah, just not email. DM me in Instagram, and then I'll get Cheapy to invite you. So if you see someone named Cheapy the Titan guy talking to you, it's okay. He means no harm. I don't think. Cheapy, does he? Do you mean harm? No, I'm not gonna send that to him out of nowhere. He just got out of a ditch I threw him in. He was there for a while. Sherlock, as we do Sherlock, we better have guns in it. Have a gun mod? Maybe. He only bites sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, depending on the situation. But that's fun. That's neat. You know, we did something. Maybe I'll approach it again one day and try to get paint the head better, because my face painting, not the best. I've also never painted feminine features ever. It has all been strictly like freaking overly sculpted heads with mustaches to hide everything. That's been my only face painting experience. I haven't tried to paint anything like that. So, you know, you got two different looks there. Are there four-legged mechs titans in Warhammer 40K? Isn't one of the World Eater things? Sorry. Remember the actual freaking microphone. I think there's something that resembles it as far as World Eaters. I think it might be a tank, though. It's not like actual legs. I don't know. Let's... not to my knowledge. It used to be World 40K Epic. Lord of Skulls has track. Okay, yeah, so it's tracks. Hold on. Let me go to the monitor. Also, there's Cheapy, Mio Oswald, so you might see something from that guy. Where's the Google? There it is. Ah, yes. When we were reviewing the Falkland. I can't pronounce that. We were reviewing the Falkland Island War thingy. I don't remember what happened. And then they put birds that they kept for war and... Wait, is that AI? Hold on. That doesn't look right. Why is there multiple? I don't know. Have I seen the Iron Circle Domitar model? Okay, hold on. Iron Circle Domitar. Hold on. Iron Circle Domitar. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, I'm thinking that's AI too. I'm like, wait a minute. And what's funny is you just look up the birds that they used for gas. I didn't even look up anything specific. Oh, although there's more. Oh, I think that's the real image. And then the one I was on. Oh, I completely lost that image. That is funny. So I think that's a real image, and then they like remixed it in AI. Oh yeah, they remixed it in AI because it was like for an Instagram thing. That's what they do there. What's up, Leaf? Dude, good to see you, man. Welcome, welcome. You got one of these models, dude? Oh, that's sick. That's sick as all heck. That is a cool model. I like that. That's very neat. And whoever painted this did a good job. That is cool. And what is that? Is this just Horse Heresy? What is it? Oh yeah, this looks like it's just a blah 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 blah. Set it up colors. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My only Forge World. Oh, it's a Forge. Oh, it is. I didn't even like register that. That is a very sick model. Very, very cool. And whoever painted this, I love how they did that. That was incredible. Does it tell me how tall it is? Nope. No, don't. Looks like it's a decent size. Leaf, we were busy. I'm paying the bills, Leaf. Sorry, let me show you what I was doing. Sorry, we're going on internet tangents, but we got done painting the gold ship Terminator, which you know, it's not your non-metallic metal and OSL, but it's something, I guess. Denji World Eater Marine next. Oh gosh, who's Denji? Probably Denji anime. I'm as much of an Ume Musume nut I do not know anime. Movie character. Okay, I think this is him. Uma Musumper. Okay, is that him? I got so many. Whoa! Howdy. Good to see you. Good to see you. The mucus flush trick everyone over 50 needs to know. Okay, I like how I'm on an anime site. This is literally only teenagers, young teenagers who just found out about anime. People in their late 30s. But no, for some reason we're going to target the ads to, like... My gun just fell over. No, we're going to divorce women look for mature men today. Why are the ads targeted towards a 65-year-old man? Post macro photos of the gold ship on Discord, please. It will be done, Earthworm Jim. It will be done. Cool. Neat. Don't know that? Maybe figure it out one day. Hold on, let me... My bayonet holder fell over. Okay. There's that. And for the love of the SAR, don't targeted ads. Dude, the thing, here's my theory. Now, this probably isn't the, is this the case? No. But, I think this is the, this is my theory, okay? Because when I was, like, signing into YouTube more regularly, I used to just watch on, like, random whatever. But then when I got the account, first thing I started watching and liking was scale model stuff. And, you know, traditionally a young whippersnapper like me. That's the wrong version of Denji. Fair enough. I'll maybe fix that at some point. But scale modeling is only done by, you know, older people. As far as, like, stuff like that. Yes, yeah, exactly. That's it. The boomer modeling. That's exactly what it was. That's how I started off. And so that's why I think my ads have been screwed up ever since, because then I would just binge watch all kinds of that stuff, watching Night Shift, watching Luke Towan, and then Spruce and Bruce scale modeling, all that stuff. Funny enough, that's how I. Oh my God, Leaf. Yes, I do. Yeah. So usually the Discord is for members of the YouTube channel, but for OGs such as yourself, because I believe you've been on a couple Instagram live streams. If you just DM me if you want to be part of the Discord, of course. If you don't, totally fine. But if you do, you just DM me on Instagram your name, and then we'll let you in. See, we got some peak stuff going on with active tornado warnings, alive, the Omnicide. We have Andrew Tate. We have. See, it's awesome. Can you can you say? I'm not gonna say that, Mossy. You silly goose. Earthworm Jim, thank you for the donation. That is incredible. I appreciate it. The post. Yeah, the gold chips. Sorry, I just registered that. I didn't even register it. Yeah, that will be done sooner than later. But yeah, we have a whole thing going on in here. I don't know what's going. Oh yeah, Cheapy's back. Cheapy, the Cheapy. He is a real guy. I've actually got trap dodge. It's like you got. It's like freaking C Nisty and Mossy Man are Team Rocket trying to get freaking Pikachu. I'm not being a prick. That's exactly what a British would say to try to gain my trust. I'm not falling for your shenanigans. Not me. Nope. Nuh-uh. Would never. I can't believe you guys. You sons of guns, dude. What's sad is one day I'm gonna be on a roll rambling. You sent Professor Plum from Clue? Okay, hold on. Where's the prof? Or hold on. I don't want to dox your dog. No, sorry. I just went onto the Discord. I went to I think the wrong chat, and it's Cheapy by Sherlock is a. Oh, by the way, Sherlock is a look in general. I'm in general. Where is it? Is it the? I see a cat. I don't see it in general. I want to get it, but I'm broken to know what to do. Please help. There's. Can I send you a picture of a model castle I built? I don't think I don't have my Instagram phone with me. It's inside charging because it's dead. But I will. If you want to send it, I'll watch it. I'll take a gander at it later after the stream. Okay, so see, there's the dog, and the dog's name is Rosie. I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. I doxed your dog. I just doxed the dog. R.I.P. My bad, dude. Should have, you know, as far as you have no money to build an army. Yeah, fair enough. It would just be you kind of just slowly save up and accumulate. That's kind of what I did. You just bought, but getting into it is interesting just because you got to buy kits and stuff like that, and it can get very squirrely quickly as far as that goes. But if you just slowly accumulate your funds for it, maybe put a little aside from it, get back to the monitor, then it should be good. It just takes time. And then as far as what army, there's so many. I could never give anyone an actual like solid recommendation, but whatever looks cool, maybe see a kit, buy something that kind of gets you started in it. Like how I got into it was a bit different because I was into scale modeling and I was trying to get better at painting figures, World War I figures, and I saw the Cadia box, the Cadia stands box, and I bought that to try to get better at painting. And then I discovered, and I'm like, oh, you can play a game with the with the toy soldiers you make. I didn't know that the little game was like the biggest war game in the industry. Didn't even know there was an industry. That's just how I got into it. So I had paints and stuff accumulated, but to go into it, you got to get tools. I might make a video one day on how to like get started, because if you just get a thing of like plastic cement, and then Amazon sell basic kits for model making that includes spruce snippers, a hobby blade, and like I think like a ruler or something like that. It's really all you need. And then can you paint any figure to be in any army in the same faction? Sherlock, she's so sad now. Tell her she has my regards. Any figure to be in any army in the same faction. Usually you have like a specific figure that, I mean, it kind of depends on who you're playing against. If you're in for a casual game, like here, let me just show you just a random. Actually, this might be useful. This might be useful information. Stand by. It will be worth it. I just grabbed a handful of Plague Marines. Stand by. So just as a quick example there, if we go to the am I gonna buy the Cyphus Kane model? I hate dogs? No. Commissar Terminator armor and paint it to be oh yeah, if you get like a like here, for example, if you get like a Terminator like this, like I just painted a custom one, but this model is Space Marines, and this is an official Space Marine, an Imperial Fist I painted. You could definitely use them in the same army. That's totally fine to do. It's kind of whatever. As far as like, but these guys are also the same faction. As far as different factions, like I have Plague Marines, which are very violent and grotesque and part of the evil ones. Using a Space Marine in that in the same place could be a little different, but depending on who you're playing against, they might be like, if you're just doing a casual game with a friend, you're like, hey, I only have 4 Plague Marines here, but you need a minimum of 5. Is it okay if I use an actual Space Marine? Then you could go, sure. Like if someone said that to me, I'd be like, sure, I don't care. That's fine. I'm just happy to be playing the game. And then you can get like the Astra Militarum, but paint it like the Imperial Fist chapter in Space Marines and do that. I think allied units are a thing. So some units can do whatever. There's an ad. Of course, there's an ad. There's an advertisement. Well, I'll wait till the ad's over then to continue the ramble. But, I mean, essentially that's the gist there. Which, 2 pro-painted Space Marines, if I do say so myself, by the way. And then we have a frickin'... Hold on, what... Please tell me I didn't break that. Okay, I didn't. Okay, you're back. But, I mean... Yeah, I usually as long... People are generally cool. As far as what you play, I think. I don't know, I don't leave the workshop. But, as far as I go, this is just my opinion. If you, like, showed up, you had 3 different things, and you're like, hey... I got a whole bunch of, these guys make up a unit, their loadouts or whatever, or this yellow guy, he's actually a bolter user, I'd be like, fine, that's A-okay. That's just me. Space Marines, they're a little cheaper. That's true, you could do that. Sent you the Discord on Instagram. Thank you, Leaf. I'll get to you after the stream, because my Instagram phone's over, it's dead in another room. I threw it against the wall after seeing some more Instagram photo comments, but you know, you get the point. And but yeah, there's different ways to go about it. That's just my off the cuff freaking. Please play AdMeg. You know, can't sub models in official brand tournaments. Games outside of that are chill. Yeah, but the proportions are smaller and they also look a little weird. Yeah, there's a million different ways. Units in video games. I made an Angels of Defiance Titan and Stormworks, but that didn't fill the void of the funky little guys I can put on my desk. Fair. I get that. Yeah, I would say maybe if you have a particular faction you're into, what happened to the back of my hand? Oh, someone was giving me lip. Someone came up to me and they said, hey, dumbass, is what they said. They sounded really stupid, and they said, hey, dumbass, you look stupid. And I took the back of my hand, and I went, boom! And I backhanded them. Or what I did not do was wipe lipstick off of my face. No, it's paint. I got paint on it, and now it just looks like. That's actually crazy. Hold on. Like, that looks like an actual rash, and that's just red paint that I smeared when I tried to wipe it off. Ooh, wait, I could I could try to get some free food by pretending I just got beat up by a random guy. Thoughts for another time. Anywho. As far as shut up, Mossy. Nobody listen to Mossy. Mossy is he's, don't listen to either of these yahoos. They know not what they do. These sons of guns. But as far as an army goes, if you have a faction you like, something you're interested in, I would just save up slowly, even if it's a slow accumulation. That's the way to do it. You're getting your ass destroyed in the Cancer Cup. I'm not even brave enough to try the Cancer Cup. I couldn't. I have a couple A ranks. I still don't know what I'm doing as far as skills and stuff go. It's so sad. It's a sad moment for real. However, I did just get the white cheerleader King Halo as a SSR as a random pull, and so I just raced her and got her B+. I need to get better at the game. You have the screenshots? You guys are all set. That's crazy. Remember to like and subscribe, Sherlock Spiner, for lore, for lore femboy content or more femboy content. None of that is happening, by the way. I should probably say that. We only need to collect them in a file. I don't know what to do about you two. This is both. For Christ's sakes, dude. No. For the love of God, no. Back to trying to help someone out with their army. Like, if I go, like an army I was gonna look at, actually, I was on a knife's edge between Astra Militarum, which I play now, and AdMech. AdMech are fun. I don't know what you're into specifically, but this can apply to any of them. If we go to Adeptus Mechanicus, we need the allegations video. That will never happen, because there are no allegations. You see an army you like. I'm American, so I play in USD. Your S late and S medium. Oguri is for some reason failing so hard. Dang, and you got S rank, so you know what you're doing. That's crazy. The rash on Sherlock's hand is where Cheapy bit him. Loyal or Chaos. But, like, say you like AdMech. What I would do, if you know you vibe with it, maybe save up for a combat patrol. It's $170 dues. That's no small feat nowadays. You have to make them walk cycle manually. We just took the 10 feet off and duct tape the tank to each ankle. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, but maybe get like a box of like Skitarii Rangers. Those are $60. I think $60 is reasonable to save up for over a set period. Just, you know, slowly but surely. Whether you pay in cash and then they give you like, you know, 75 cents in change. You just slowly accumulate it. And then you just buy a box. It's a slow accumulation as you get into it, which is not actually a bad way to do it. Mild heresy in the name of fighting for the Emperor. Yeah, fair enough. But that's just it's just a slow build. You got people who binge buy. I would never. You got people who 3D print things bigger than they could handle. I would never. But a slow accumulation keeps everything nice and fresh. You, 60 buckaroos. You could also get third-party miniatures. This is not sponsored, and this is mostly suited towards, like, Militarum. For the love of spelling, Wargames Atlantic. Wargames Atlantic. Great stuff. Or going to Massive Hobby Debt. You could do that. 2 new sets of Quar! I want to get into Quar so bad. I just need to. Am I going to buy Cyphus Kane? Maybe. And take it one set at a time, yeah. Hold on, let me look at the Cyphus Kane model. Hold on. Cyphus Kane model. Where? Commissar Kane comes to the tabletop. Is that him? Probably not. I don't like his whiskers. But perhaps one day. Who knows? Oh, wait, he's on a double base? Wait a minute, that might be fun. You don't paint models, so I'd have to get paints and tweezers and all that stuff. Starter model painting is intimidating. Fair enough. These were my starter models. I went for €3 a chicken and I butchered them because I thought they were cheap. A Thunderhawk. Maybe a Thunderhawk. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know yet. But also, as far as painting goes, doesn't have to be good. Just basic colors and you're fine. It's a limited release, fair enough. I'll probably skimp out on it for now. Oh yeah, but what I was saying just about the Deathfields Arena. What do you mean Deathfields Arena? No, that's. Oh, is that like a game they have? Oh yeah, they actually have a game for it. But they have Deathfields, which is sci-fi stuff. So let's see, where's the guys I bought? The Bulldogs, greatest plastic kit in the history of the world. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Get Dark Tide and start with that. It's like $10 right now. You could do that as well. See how you like the gaming world. But as far as like mass, this is just mass infantry, so it's not like Skitarii. But $40, it's gone up in price, but that's inflation for you. Who? Oh well. Womp womp. I say that as a tier rolls down my into 40k. I think it's just neat. Fair enough. But for $40, you get 24 hard plastic kits. Let's go to. We're gonna go to a little place called Astra Militarum, just so we can see how awesome it is. Scroll down to Cadian Shock Troops. For 10 models, it is $53 on the official site. Wargames Atlantic, it's $40 for double. Cheapy condemned me? What the? Why? Hold on, I'm going to the frickin'. Where did he say this? Okay, I thought. Wait. Everyone. Shh. You're going to bed now. Good night. Good night, Cenisty. Thanks for tuning in. I gotta actually skedaddle now in a second. But hold on. Let's read the scoop. You know what? For all to see. Why don't we? Sherlock won't say she's a good girl. He's horrible. Hold on. She. Who is this she? Poor Cheapy. Dog, Rosie. She's so sad now. She looks up to Sherlock. Cool. Okay, I thought you were talking about Uma's or Sherlock got a girlfriend. Not happening, by the way. Ouch. At Sherlock Spiner, don't make the doggo sad. Sherlock would be the girlfriend, femboy and all. Also, that's never happening. We'll never have a girlfriend. Okay. A lot of slander in my own server. Oh. Triarch Stalker, my beloved. Fair enough. Okay, a lot of slandering of my name in my own Discord server. And we got Cheapy condemning me as well. There's a lot to unpack here. I would just like to say, generally, the Discord is a great positive place where people always boost each other up, help each other in any regards with anything they may have going on. This is an isolated incident. I swear this doesn't happen on the regular. Become a member today with the link in the description. There is no link in the description, but who else? There's more people talking and yapping. This is a whole. Okay. So it's so peak. And now I got C Nisty chatting up a storm. What's he about to rip up in the frickin'? This is general. That got even C Nisty probably thinks that's too far. Hold on. You think that was too far too, right? I'm going to see what C Nisty thinks. C Nisty is our isolated incident, is what they all say. Yeah, that's what my local gun range taught me to say. It's an isolated incident. Hold on. Come on, C Nisty. Say something. Watch your tone, MF. I love FNAF so much. Come on, C Nisty. He's on my side. I know he's on my side. C Nisty's cool. He's pretty chill. I think that's I okay. Like I said, isolated incident. Not Team Rocket. That's the thing, is these two sons of these two goobers are literally Team Rocket. Boo. I'm not scared of you, pal. Oh my god, no. Screw, no. You sons of... Look at Sherlock. No, we're not. Nope. Not happening. Nice try. You got part of it. Son of a... No. 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 Enough of this nonsense. I am glowing. I am just glowing today. Hold on. I'm gonna use Gold Ship is gonna actually help me real quick. Sent you my Discord username. I will get you guys after the stream. Don't worry. Hold on. I go back to the monitor. I have Gold Ship in the way to actually stop. Hold on. What did he said? He said, "Whoa, dropping bombs like 44." And I'm just Gold Ship's gonna save. Gold Ship's keeping the server integrity alive. This is international. Did you finish the tank I was working on? I did. First ban when? So soon. It's gonna be so soon. Oh yeah, let me show you Wilson real quick. I just turned the... Oh god, I turned the camera off. No. Okay, we're back. Hold on, yeah, let me show you Wilson. While I completely ignore... Mossy, what are you doing, bro? Hold on. I've done some stuff I'm not proud of, Mossy. I've grown. I've grown. I've grown. We don't need to go back to those days. Not where I actually would totally encourage the chaos. True. That is true. I used Gold Ship's image in vain. Mossy, you son of a bitch. Back to the... Oh my god! Back to the painting. Goddamn. Like the Night Bombers, yes. Sorry, I'm reading two chats. Here's Wilson. Say hi to Wilson. There's our guy Wilson. All of his stowage, all of his stuff. You repent for now. Yeah. Sure thing, boss. Yeah, and legally, what other chat? The Discord chat that's going on. There's our boy Wilson. Good as gold. Say hi to... You said hi to Wilson. Great. Perfect. So, yep. Looking good. Very, Gold Ship next to it for size comparison. Great idea. You're a genius. There's Gold Ship next to Wilson. Very stark differences, stark contrasts between both of them. But Gold Ship would still, like, easily one-hand the tank and yeet it across the room. Actually, no. Drop kick it. Go, boom. I'm now playing with my war dolls on stream. The bills are high. War within, war without. Yep. Now, for the love of... And then you, yeah, freaking Mr. Mossy saying he's got to repent. And I'm legally required to forgive you until 7 times 70 times. According to a word. Using an unmatched power of the sun. Okay, we got memes happening in the general chat. There's a lot. Guys, I actually got to skedaddle now. We've been at this almost an hour over than what I'm usually. Thank God I'm able to do that, and I will see. You don't gotta be sorry, Barry Battle Droid. You're fine. I'm talking to the Discord chat as well. I don't usually have it up, but you know, everywhere you go, there you are. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna skedaddle. I'm gonna let ad. There's an ad. Of course, there's an ad. I'll wait for the ad to be done. Then I'll. By the time I come back, they won't even notice me. Scheiße. Yeah, you got one too. Okay. Well, I'll wait for the ad to be done, and then I'll say a very heartfelt goodbye. Wait, I can do like running, but I'm in the chair. Tell me when you're back. Are you back? Do I get ad revenue? Yep, like 2 cents. So I'm making money. I'm getting paid. I'm living that lifestyle, for sure, for sure. Okay, now you're back. Wonderful. Welcome back. Good night to you as well. See Nisty. I'm not sure about the last part. I'm pretty sure Mossy's dog is a girl. Her name is Rosie. But you know, you tried. I'll give you that. I'm leaving now, guys. We got a gold chip Terminator done. We're doing good things. We're doing things, I should say. So I'm gonna go ask for forgiveness from God. You all be good. You all take care. Thanks for joining in the stream. If we'll see what happens. Don't die too soon. That is lovely right before I'm about to go on a long drive. Awesome. Thank you much. Weekend planned? Not yet. Not really. I'm going to try to be editing the next video, but we'll see what happens. Thy end is now. For real. Okay. I'm leaving. So more Warhammer. Yeah, probably. So more Warhammer. Yeah. Yeah, more Warhammer stuff. More stuff's happening. I'm doing stuff. Slowly but surely. I'm doing my best. Next stream when? The scheduled streams are Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. And Thursdays, not Fridays. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays right now is kind of what I'm going for. Usually the other days, no more Hammer War. Yeah. Like, I might do a gaming stream at some point. That might be one of the next streams. Might also stream tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I keep saying I might, and then I end up not because I get stuff to do. But we'll see. I could literally be back in an hour streaming me racing a horse, not knowing what I'm doing. Probably not, though. Don't get your hopes up. Anyways, I'm going to skedaddle. I'm leaving. Goodbye, everyone, for real. Thank you all so much. It's Friday there. Yeah, I'm going late for people across the way. But I'm going to skedaddle now. You all be good, okay? Thanks for tuning into the stream. You guys have been awesome and fun. I've had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys have had a lot of fun as well. We got the same for you. Fair enough. You're in the future. What's it like in the future? Is the world still the same? Has it changed a lot? I don't know. I'm actually skedaddling. Goodbye, for real. And we're gone. Okay, good day, everyone. Y'all be good. That's the wrong. It's the wrong. Where's the end stream button? I don't know where the end stream button is. Oh, I found it. Godspeed, Godspeed. End stream. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. That's true. I was going to do something. What was it? Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. Internet, I beg you. You literally just carried an entire stream. I'm not even joking. Please load. Please load. We're so back. Nobody panic. Freaking British snake. Yucky. They put me this close to the border. They didn't do this back when I played. Now, are these AI bots? Dreamcast? Oh, I've beat 14,000 so many times, bro. I can't even begin to tell you. Oh, hi, look, I'm innocent. Don't mind me. I'm gonna kill you. The border's closing in? Why? When did this become Fortnite, bro? How far we have fallen. Wait, you can see... I forget what the minimap does. Is that just my snake? Am I looking at my snake? Am I reviewing my snake on the map? We can just see all the snakes on the map? This game has changed! Get away from me! Dude, I'm a bit of a gamer. Oh, hey, howdy. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, don't mess with me, pal. You're really gonna try to capture me? Yes! Get wrecked! Oh my god. I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer. Oh, get out of there. I'm a gamer! You gotta admit that was a gaming move. That was such a gaming move. I'm not even joking. Years since I've played this game, and I just nailed that kill shot. I didn't even hesitate. Oh, man. Oh, we got another one. Oh, my God. I'm too good. I'm too good. Get away from me, small snake. I'm not falling for your business. Oh, I know, Mossy. I know. I know. I know. This is my surprise because I'm on my time now. Hello, little snake. All of you go away. Oh, wow. He tried to get me. Did you see that? Did you see that? I'm not falling for that. Then we got this guy. Then we got this sob. Hey, bud. What's he doing? What are you doing? Like, he's not even... Dude, he sees me. He sees a default of my size, and he goes, I can't. I'm going to go to the middle. We got an America snake. Let's see. I'm not going to do nothing just yet. We're biding our time. No! You stupid idiot. Get wrecked. You're trying to fucking box me. Shit!